So 1, 2, 3.
When I say cure, use the diabetes. Cure.
Diabetes.
Cure.
Diabetes.
Cure.
Diabetes.
Woo.
The group calls themselves Diabetes Divas to help spread awareness and to help find a cure for diabetes. This small army of supporters gained momentum when their friend Annalise learned she had diabetes.
Oh, I think that Diabetes Divas will help us find a cure. When I first got diagnosed, they were really supportive. So we got together a lot and we kind of tried to figure out stuff to raise money. And then we came up with a school fundraiser. So then we all got together and we started jotting down ideas, and then we organized it.
Well, the Diabetes Divas is a group of 7th grade girls who devised a plan to raise awareness and raise some funds for JDF research. It was a complex sales event, marketing event that we're very proud that they came up with it and actually did a great job with it. It was a great school event.
To heighten awareness on juvenile diabetes, the Diabetes Divas organized school fundraisers, sold wristbands, and held social events at Finley Middle School.
We wanted to use this both as an educational piece. We wanted students and adults to understand it. And we also wanted to have a life lesson here, and that is that with teamwork, we can really get things done. And the kids are best at that. Adults tend to get caught up in their daily lives, but the kids, they show us that they can come together. So we did want the kids to extend this piece into their adult lives.
This is Annalise, and she has diabetes.
Here's some symptoms to see if you're like her.
My symptoms are
Shaky,
hot, dizzy,
sleepy,
frequent urination, thirsty, hungry, loss of weight, blurry vision.
Don't
get stuck with diabetes.
Well, I think first of all, it's important for parents to know the symptoms of type 1 diabetes, because if you catch it early enough, there's a lot that we can do. We actually have a drug that can stop the progress of diabetes in the early stages. They still have it and they still have to take insulin, but just a little bit of insulin. So it's very important that we catch it as soon as we can.
Diabetes, a lifelong disease marked by high levels of sugar in the blood, is deadly when left undiagnosed.
There are just so many, I guess the word is myths about diabetes. So the more education we get out there, the better for people like Annalise, my daughter, and everyone else who has juvenile or type 1 diabetes. It's a real learning curve, and we need to teach the educators as well as the general population.
There are actually 2 types of diabetes, and they are very, very different, but their symptoms are similar, but they are not the same disease. I'll start with type 2. Type 2 diabetes used to be called adult onset, but recently more and more children are coming down with it at very early ages. We know there is a link between type 2 diabetes and obesity, lack of exercise, and poor eating habits. Type 1 diabetes is caused by the immune system attacking the cells in the pancreas that secrete insulin. Our kids don't get it because they're overweight. They don't get it because they didn't exercise, and they don't get it because they don't eat well. They got it because their pancreas went wacky. And it's a life sentence. They have to take insulin for the rest of their lives. And that's not all. They really have to manage their food intake, their exercise. If they get the flu, it can wreak havoc with their blood sugars. So they're 2 very different diseases. The awareness is important because a lot of things have happened to our kids that shouldn't happen. Not being invited to overnight parties, schools giving them a hard time about going on a field trip because they're so afraid that the kid is going to pass out, when actually, when you control diabetes, you can live a fairly normal life.
Spreading the word through awareness and action within the school community is both an educational and personal mission.
Well, we made the wristbands and we're trying to sell them for $5. And we're trying to tell people about diabetes because not a lot of people know what it's about.
I'm in Diabetes Divas because I think it's a great idea to help brainstorm and figure out ideas to help find a cure. I think it's important for us to participate in this group because the more people, the better.
I have a family member in my family who was recently diagnosed. I want to help find a cure for Annalise and my cousin Ashley, and it's good and it'll help everyone else around and whoever has it.
I'm in Diabetes Divas because I've known Annalise for a really long time, and once I found out about her illness, I felt different for her as a friend. A lot of my family members have diabetes, and I know what it's like for her because I see them all the time, and it's not great, and I just really want to find a cure.
From Huntington, this is Stephanie Brumsey.
When I say cure, you say diabetes. Cure.
Diabetes.
Cure.
Diabetes.
Cure.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Was the balloon